Hi, it's Kira. You probably know me from the level 1 class, and I'm so happy that you guys signed up for level 2. I wrote these classes, level creative writing level 1 and 2, for Mount Royal University, and I've taught them quite a few times in the last 3 years, but there's been some cuts to the continuing education department, and unfortunately creative writing got cut. So this will be the last time that I'm able to teach this class. Um, but I'm super excited, even though we're a really small group. A lot of my standard assignment things say, 500 to 1,000 words. We just don't have room for that much longer stuff. But depending on what you love to write, whether it's short stories, poetry, or if you're working on a novel, you could definitely submit longer submissions, because right now, like I say, we're just a small group and I really look forward to reading your writing. Myself, I think in other introductions I've said I did an undergraduate degree, Bachelor of Arts in English Literature. I did the honors program. So I have a lot of experience reading really good works of writing and storytelling. But even more than, well, maybe not more than reading, but it's a close second. I love writing stories. And so I took a Master of Fine Arts in Creative Writing. And the difference between a Master of Arts and a Master of Fine Arts, like I say, I've probably said this before in a video, but Master of Arts really focuses on what's written, whereas Master of Fine Arts really looks at how it's written. So you're open to writing anything you want in this class. And I want to receive your stuff as a reader and as someone who has studied creative writing for years. I did a minor in creative writing in my undergrad, so I've been looking at story and how stories put together for more than 20 years, and I'm on my 5th novel myself. One thing though, I stay so busy reading and absorbing story in our world that I haven't spent that much time trying to find a publisher and get my own stuff published, so I have that street cred, so to speak. But in the meantime, I just love connecting with other writers, especially through continuing education, because that's accessible to everybody in a variety of places, because we're doing it online, and a variety of learning levels, from beginner to advanced. So everybody's welcome here, and I just can't wait to have this level 2 class one last time. We do branch out a little bit at the end in week 7 and 8, talking about publishing. And I know that one thing I found very inspiring was doing playing with one of the websites called Canva and actually doing some book covers, because even if your story isn't written yet, it can be fun to visualize a finished product. And I'll tell you, there's nothing more satisfying than finishing your book. I suppose getting it professionally published would top finishing. But I hope in this next 8 weeks you go through the materials that I have, because I have found that even when you don't feel like it and life is getting lifey and you're just like, ugh, why did I sign up for this class? I don't have time. If you just make yourself sit down and listen to talking about writing, even if you just get on a YouTube channel, I usually feel super inspired. Like I end up stopping the video halfway through and I start doing my own writing. But prior to that, listening to somebody talking about writing, and like I say, there's this class here and the materials that I have provided, but there's also YouTube. I find that listening and connecting with other writers, even on YouTube, actually inspires me to pull out the keyboard and start typing away. I do want to say something quickly about AI, ChatGPT. Yes, ChatGPT can write stories for us. A lot of stories follow similar patterns, like romance, boy meets girl, or two people meet each other and they fall in love, they have a fight, they break up, they get back together. I mean, like ChatGPT can take that formula and plug new places, people, and the reasons why they had a fight into the story. But we are hardwired for story, and every story is different. And ChatGPT can't get in your head and tell your story. So it's still super important. Like, as much as ChatGPT is taking over like advertising and content writing, and sure, ChatGPT can do some creative stuff too. Like, it can extrapolate based on the whole canon of story. It can read every single one of those books and it can extrapolate a new story based on that. But it still can't tell your story. So only you can do that. And your story is going to be unique because of that. No one can get in your head and translate what's there onto the page. And so that's what a class like this can really help for the next 8 weeks. Give you some tools for translating what's in your head and getting it down on the page. And obviously, part of you loves to do that, or you wouldn't have signed up for this class. So I encourage you to, for the next 8 weeks, I know it's May and June, so it's, outside might be beckoning with sunny weather, but thank you so much for being in this class, and I'm so excited. The more you guys participate in the discussion forum, talking about your writing, talking about writing, talking about the latest series on Netflix and how they put the story together, even whatever you want, the more you participate, the more I can give back, because I'm here for the next 8 weeks 100% devoted to encouraging you to tell your story, because only you can tell it. And I'm so happy you guys signed up again, and I'm so happy to be teaching this class one last time for Mount Royal University's Faculty of Continuing Education, and maybe they'll reactivate creative writing someday, or maybe I'll be able to teach this class at a different institution. But in the meantime, thanks so much for being here.